All right, we're here as the Lost Rider Podcast. Good morning and welcome to the second half of this week's news from the camp house. Here this morning we met with Miss Camille Knowles, and she is with Heroes on the Water. And it is a group for veterans and first responders. And it's just getting people out on the water, getting them out in kayaks, taking them fishing, and kind of just to help people chill out a little bit. If they've had a rough time, if had a hard time, had a little bit, just need to be quiet. What you said earlier, something about taking that group out, and they started out Friday. They were all pretty closed-mouthed, and by Sunday they was having a blast.
They were.
So that's the point. That's the point. And designed for veterans and first responders. And now, okay, what happens, y'all? This is relatively a new outfit. No.
We started in 2007, so we've been around for 17 years.
Okay, all right. Okay, as old as I am, that's new. But all right. Okay, what do you need? What has to happen now to keep the ball rolling? What to make it bigger, for everybody to know about you? What has to happen?
Well, spread the word. If you have veterans, first responders in your family or in your circle of friends or whatever, obviously, tell them about us. Tell them to find us at heroesonthewater.org. We have a lot of information on our website. Along with that, if you've got a chapter in your community, support them. If you can't donate, then help sponsor food for the day. Show up and volunteer. Help load and unload kayaks, or help serve lunch. There's a lot of ways. We strongly encourage family participation. So if you're great with kids, show up to an event with some hula hoops or some bags to toss back and forth, or something for the kids to do while everybody's eating. There's a lot of opportunities with our program to volunteer, but I will tell you, one of the hardest things for our chapter volunteers is to get funding for their chapter, to buy equipment, to buy food, bait if they need it. And so, it's finding the support they need in their communities. If you're with a big company, if you are an estate planner, put it out there. We have a lot of opportunities to help us on a national level as well. We use national funds to help start up new chapters. It takes about $25,000 to stand up a new chapter. It takes about $2,500 to $3,000 a year to support a chapter through its season. All of that, we pay for everything. We provide all the equipment for our participants. We don't expect our volunteers to put any money into the program. We help them find community support. Everything that we do is based on donations. And so obviously that's,
All right. And been doing this for 17 years. Okay. But, okay, what you just said something about, the kids and stuff. So whenever you get veterans or first responders or something, you've got a family to go along with that.
Exactly. And one of the things that Jim was very passionate on, our founder, was that you don't heal or address the challenges of just the hero. You have to address the challenges of the family unit, because they all serve. Whether they're serving their community or they're serving their nation, they all serve. And they need to learn to heal and communicate and adapt as a family.
All right. All right. So this is when y'all put a group together to go out, y'all are taking everybody.
Exactly. We are. We have boats that accommodate two people. Most of our chapters have tandems, which is a two-person boat, and it's designed for, parents to take their kids or two people to go out in if somebody's not comfortable being out on a kayak by themselves. We also have a few of our chapters have pedal drives. So if you can't paddle, you can't, you're not comfortable with that, you have the pedal drive. So we don't do ones with motors yet unless we absolutely have to. But
Right. No, I get it. I get it. All right. All right. When you go somewhere for a weekend like that, if you load up a bunch of folks and you said you went out on Friday, y'all still there on Sunday, where did everybody stay?
well, in that particular case, we had a lodge donated.
Okay.
So we do have some chapters that do weekend events, and a lot of times they'll get a campsite or they'll get a lodge or something like that donated for their use for the weekend.
All right. Okay. It all makes sense. All right. How much, like y'all, what's your next adventure? What's your next event?
So for me personally,
Right.
I'm gonna go talk to a bunch of law enforcement officers and tell them about our program. But our chapters are just kicking off. And so now that the weather's cooperating, so I'm gonna go visit a couple of chapters for their initial trips for the year, their initial events for the year. But I'm also going to be out talking to different organizations that we can partner with.
All right. Do you have organizations? I guess I'm trying to understand everything. Do you have organizations that bring these people to you on a regular basis? In other words, you're not constantly just beating the brush trying to make yourself, well, you're doing that, of course, but then do you not have some of these other organizations that bring people to you?
We reach out to other veteran service organizations to let them know, and then that community is really good about spreading the word. So we get a lot of referrals to participants via word of mouth. But we also get a lot from interviews just like this one. Somebody heard it. I monitor our contact us on our website. We get probably 20 inquiries a day on our website for people that want to participate. Sadly, about 15% of those, I don't have places to send them because we don't have chapters where they're at. So my job is to expand our program to as many communities as possible.
All right. So how well are y'all covering Texas?
We have 11 chapters in Texas right now. So really good in Dallas Fort Worth area. We have 2. I would like 2 more. Houston, we have 2. Well, really 1. North Houston. I'm looking for volunteers for the Galveston area. We have Beaumont, Matagorda, Rockport, Corpus, San Antonio, Killeen, DFW, and Brazos River Valley. I lost my East Texas chapter, so that's another area I'm looking to cover.
All right. Well, there's not a lot going on yet in West Texas.
We have a therapeutic program, and that's something I really hadn't talked about much. So I run our volunteer programs. There's another arm of programs where it's a therapeutic program where we're actually contracted with either the VA, Veterans Assistance, or a Veteran Administration, or the DoD, Department of Defense, to provide our program once a week while participants are in treatment.
Okay.
So we work with their recreational therapist while they're in treatment, be it a 10-week program, 12-week program, whatever it is. Once a week, we take them out on the water and take them kayak fishing, take them to lunch, and then it's part of their weekly therapy program.
All right. Okay. No,
And we have one of those in West Texas.
Do you know where?
The West Texas VA.
Just San Angelo or?
It's a little farther than San Angelo.
Okay, Big Springs.
Oh, maybe. Hang on, I have to look again.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's on our map.
All right.
So heroesonthewater.org for
All right.
for locations.
All right, no, it's cool. No, it's cool because I mean you've got, and I don't know if it's eccentric. You're going to find more participants where you have bases.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
We try, but the thing about we do try to be close to a base. And a lot of times it is easy. The only problem is when we get active duty, they're transient. And so we want to get community people that live there full time and aren't going to be shipped out in 2 years,
Okay.
To run the program.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the guys who come in to be healed.
I have a group of, it was formerly active. They just recently retired, Marines out of Oceanside, California. Mm-hmm. So right there, they served a lot of active duty as well as retired guys in the area, veterans in the area. I now have one in Avila Beach, California, who does a lot of work with, the ones in those areas. One of the areas I do not have a chapter that just really blows my mind is North Carolina.
Huh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you would think that would be a no-brainer.
Bragg or someplace like that.
Yeah.
I've been trying. But it is a very transient population if you're talking about active duty.
Right. All right. Okay. No, it sounds like a hell of a deal. Heroes on the water. Yeah, getting some of these veterans and first responders, take them fishing. Give them a break. That's what it's about.
It is.
All right. Okay. Well, Miss Camille, thanks for being with us this morning.
Well, thank you for having me.
All right. All right. Folks, I hope you enjoyed it this morning. Look that up. Heroes on the Water. .org.
.org.
Okay. And look that up. This is interesting. It seems like just a good deal. Something pretty easy to do. That's absolutely worthwhile. So, all right. I hope everyone enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. Now, everybody go out and have a big weekend. This weekend's edition was also brought to us by the Shaw's Bend Social Club, country club folks who don't have a country club. Have fun, be safe, and y'all just remember, pretty much in the day is sure a good day to be out in the woods.